on this episode of Trail Runners Gone Wild.
You good? There you go.
You're all right. You're all right.
Road marathons are fucking hard, especially at the end.
Good cold morning again in New York here. It is January 25th, 7:15 in the morning, 13 degrees out, waiting for the car to defrost. We are headed to East Meadow, Eisenhower Park for the Icebreaker Marathon. It's sure gonna feel like it this morning. Should warm up a little bit in the next 2 hours. Hopefully get to the freezing mark. That would be nice to get out of the teens. But today we are, myself and two friends, we're gonna run a road marathon, 8 loops in Eisenhower Park. Why? Our friend is shooting for a specific time out there, and my other buddy Ryan is his first road marathon. They're both great trail runners, so they're kind of into my world, into road running today. And I thought it'd be fun to throw a pacing plan together for what they were shooting for and just stick to it. So it's not going to be a race per se for myself. It's just going to be a good day, a good training event 2 weeks out from 50K in Arizona. So this will be a good, hopefully controlled effort for 26 miles and just get it done. So take you along for the ride today. I got a pace plan here printed out, little cue card, and we'll do some check-ins. I think it was every 3 or 4 miles. The total time, we'll see if we're on pace. That's the goal today. Going to kind of gamify it, and just good to get another marathon under the belt with a good pacing plan. And then next time we step up to this distance and actually race it, we'll have another good result with a good pace plan that was checked off, hopefully. And that's really it. So come along for the ride today. It's going to be cold. It's going to be fun. And hopefully you'll see how the mood changes as usual during these long videos and runs. We're going to be all excited at first. There'll be some ups and downs, but when you run with people, that's the best part, is when you're up, they're down, and when they're down, you're up, and kind of just meet in the middle and get it done. So let's go. Let's get this car defrosted. Let's get out of here, and let's get this party started. It's a little cold out.
Yeah.
Could have been worse. Could have been last weekend.
Very true. I signed up for another. It could have been raining, snowing.
We might convert Ryan into a road runner today.
He already signed up for another one.
See?
Yeah.
Trail runners go wild, buddy.
That's it. Just at the local park here. Marathon time. Ryan and Amy shooting for a 3:35. Pacing plan has us shooting for 3:33:10 at 8:08 per mile. Broke it up into 4-mile segments with time check-ins, and we're going to go down about 4 to 5 seconds per mile per 4 miles. We're going to hold steady and slight negative split the whole thing. 10 minutes till we get to the start line. The goal with this pacing plan is to probably be bored for the first 2 hours and then really see what we got, especially come like mile 15 to 20 is going to be the big telltale. And then with 10K to go, see what they got, see if we finish up even, if we got a little bit in the tank, whatever it is. So that 3:30 to 3:35 goal is going to be where we're shooting for. Hopefully all 3 of us hold it together. But that's about it. Let's get out there, and hopefully the battery holds up in the cold, and we'll get some progress reports as we move forward here. Let's have some fun.
Yeah. Boom.
Let's go. I'm shaking.
Look at this fucking outsider.
All right. No stress, no stress, no stress. Watch the ice, watch the ice. I'm hot already. It's all good. How's it going? Yeah, feeling good? Feeling good?
Yeah, buddy.
All right.
Still going too hard.
26.1 to go. Take some video of the first lap of the course, and then we'll do some check-ins every 4 miles. Draft behind Ryan for a little bit. Let everybody fly past him. Some long run crew right here. There she is, getting her half marathon in. Telling them the story of how you dragged me through my soul out here a few years ago. Oh. Home sweet home. Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Can't even run the downhill. These shoes are like ice skates.
Yeah.
Nothing but a pile of foam. I gotta get the good views now.
Before the suffering starts.
All right, Ryan. First check-in, 25:15 we were supposed to be at, or at 25:08. Going into mile 4 on pace. Found another friend. Appreciate it, thank you. We'll only tell Danielle about this afterwards. All right, 1 more mile at this pace.
Yeah.
All right, we were supposed to be at 1:15:09. We were at 1:14:25. A little bit in the back. A little bit, just a little bit. What are we doing back there? He's alive. All right, so we just finished chapter 4 of the book, Ryan. 50 seconds ahead total. We're all behaving so far.
So far. We're good.
About to hit that halfway soon. Still there.
Still there.
Still here. $8:07 to 8:10 pace coming up now. All right, check in mile 15. Should be at 2:04:09. We're at 2:03:09. Exactly 1 minute in the bank. The minute 20, so 2:27 that we keep our paces. And just hit our paces that we need to hit in the bank. About 2 minutes and 30 seconds total under 3:35. If we hit all of our splits to the T. But it seems the course is measuring a tad long today. So
Today, for us.
the audacious goal of 3:30 has now turned into 3:35.
Now.
3:35 is the goal. 3:34:59. Jackpot. Let's go. All right. It'll be at about, this one's still technically 8:07, but we're gonna try and get it close to 8. The following 4 after that, 8. Let's roll.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder, and all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm f***ed off at these f***ing clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Fucking got it. You got it.
I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen. When
Looking like a
everybody wants to
332.
begin, yeah, they all wanna ring,
Smile.
yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got
Let's go.
heart? Are you mean?
Come
got
on.
some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed?
200 meters to go.
I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown.
Woo!
Off at these f***ing clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. Off at these f***ing clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce.
Oh my God!
We'll take a long course any day.
I get that around here for you guys.
High five. Boom, boom.
You good? There you go.
You're right. You're right.
She did it. She did it. Final thoughts?
Road marathons are fucking hard, especially at the end. Even though the time and distance wasn't that bad, didn't feel that bad.
Right.
It was that last bit where we found out that the course was longer.
Well, how many
And we had
souls
to-
did you guys take on those last 2 laps?
Ate a lot of people's
Yeah.
lunch.
Yeah.
Lost some too.
Lost the spot.
And then lost it all too. So recap on the day, we got breakfast on board, feeling good, a couple thoughts, and basically it was an 8-loop course. I had it broken down by mile, a little bit of a negative split in hopes to run a pace for a 3:33. We were shooting for 3:35 so Amy could get her Boston qualifying time, and things were going good. We were putting a little bit of change in the bank per mile for the first 10 miles or so, and we were almost up to about a minute in the bank as far as time under, and we were feeling really good. I broke down total time. Now there was no mile markers on this course, it just went by loops, and there was a half marathon running, so they did 4 loops. That was supposed to be 13.1 miles. 4 more loops, you get 26.2 miles. Knowing that, the only thing I would have changed was to have a total time check-in per lap so we could see how we were going. The problem was I was doing it every 4th mile, I believe it was, on the pacing plan. We were checking in and we were seeing how much above or below we were, and we were doing good. Until I said, you know, let me at least get a true check-in time with the race clock at mile 13.1. Problem was when we were still about 300 meters, 400 meters away from the halfway point, our watches were already hitting 13.1 miles, and we checked, all of us. We have 2 different watches, Garmin, Coros, and they were all measuring accurately together, all 3 watches. But the problem was the course was measuring long for the day. There was no mile markers out there. It was just loops. So we couldn't tell every mile that your watch wasn't buzzing at the mile marker, which would be a telltale sign. So the problem with that was when we took the time we had and doubled it, we were going to be what seemed to be very close to 3:35 with running the pacing that we had. And the fact that we couldn't really judge and work off of the mile for mile pace that we had for total time, because we honestly didn't know what the total mileage would be at the end of the day. We wound up doing some time calculations for the last couple loops, knowing that we had, take 3:35 divided by 8 loops, how much time it should take you per loop if you were doing an even split. 3 loops left, times that by 3, you get your total time, minus that from 3:35, and see what you should be at. Again, a lot of numbers and things, and I was doing that on my phone as we passed for the last 3 loops. So each loop I think it was like 3 loops left that we had to do 27 minutes per loop to hit 3:35. All right, we know the loop should be about 3.3 miles or 3.275 miles, and we round up to 3.3, but they were a little extra, so we didn't know how much extra exactly. Then divide it up and see what per minute per mile you needed to hit for the rest of the race. And I knew we should be good if we were holding the pace. Our original pacing plan was for about a 3:33 with the option to, and we were putting money in the bank, so really we were at like a 3:32 if we stuck to the pacing plan by the halfway, and if we stepped it up the second half, we'd be close to 3:30. But because of the extra distance, now we weren't going to do all this work, or at least I wasn't going to, let Amy do all this work to not get 3:35 or come over 3:35.20 because it was a long course. So at the end of the day, again, 2 laps left. I did the same calculations, found out what minutes per mile we had to stick at least per mile. Same with the last final check-in. She kind of zoned out and just trusted it, and I appreciate her for that, trusting my calculations and everything like that. Pretty crazy though, because at one of the last turns of the loop to head back towards the finish line, we did hit 26.2 miles on our watch with about almost a quarter mile to go, 400 or 500 meters to go. It was extra, and that's a lot, because running at 8 minutes per mile, you're talking about another 2 minutes plus that's going to add to your time. But I did look briefly when we hit 26.2 on our watches. We were under 3:30, so we ran an effort of a sub 3:30 marathon. And for somebody that was looking to hit 3:35 for their marathon, that's phenomenal. That's a phenomenal time for her to hit. Unfortunately, we knew the course was longer. We had plenty of time. I knew we were going to hit under 3:35, but again, when you're shooting for these Boston times and things like that, you want a little bit of a buffer, and you don't. So we just kind of dropped the hammer, negative split the whole thing. Some of our fastest miles were the last miles. The final kick, which wound up being almost a half-mile kick after 26 miles, was basically at 7 minutes per mile. So a phenomenal finish. Everybody stuck together. We crossed the line. We also didn't know, we didn't see a lot of females up front or passing us at some of the turns on the course. As far as, I kind of knew the second to last lap, I said she's probably a good bet she's in the top 3 female. We passed another female that was running a good clip. She stopped at an aid station on the second to last loop, right before we hit the last loop, and it's like, you know what, that might have been to put us out front. And when we came across, we charged hard for that last 400 or 500 meters to really send it home. And as we were getting close, the banner came out, and we're like, oh, at that point, we're like, she just won this thing for the females, which was awesome. That was just another topping, icing on the cake for her for the day. Really awesome. She did it. We ran together. Solid pacing plan. Again, my pacing strategies for some of these. When it's a time goal that you know a pace per mile that you should be able to hit, which fitness for both of them, Ryan and Amy, knew they'd hit the pace. It's just a matter of coming with a solid game plan, because it is strategic. The marathon distance is super strategic. If you don't have a plan going into it, you might as well just run blind. Negative splits, awesome. You know, building the heart rate throughout. Best miles, last miles. Blowing past that proverbial mile 20 wall of the marathon because we had a solid pacing plan. And really just, again, the more skillfully you can pace an event like that, the closer you're going to reach your potential on what kind of time you can produce. So at the end of the day, we ran a 3:28 and change, full marathon time, by watch, by time. Everybody's like Strava stuff that was coming up was all over about the same amount of distance. So, but overall, you know, we did it. We ran, you know, basically just under 3:33 official marathon time, and that's phenomenal. Congratulations, Amy. Congratulations, Ryan. Sorry for the little extra push that last 400 or 500 meters. Kind of turned her stomach inside out. I think maybe some of the emotions of getting it done also kind of fluttered up her stomach a little bit. But all's well, all's good. We survived. We'll get back out there. This is another chapter, another journey, another medal that will tell a story. And that's why I like doing these things. You know, was it my max potential today for a marathon? No, but that wasn't the goal. But it was a huge data collection day for myself, and just to kind of see where I'm at for some other distances, road races coming up in the springtime. But for now, recovery in full effect for this. One more weekend. We're gonna get a nice run in, a nice probably trail run next weekend. And then we're gonna pack up and board, and we're going to Arizona, Black Canyon 50K. Again, really no ambitions for that. Just wanna have a good race, good time, and just get after it. So thanks for tuning in. You know, sorry there was not a lot of video for the last 10 miles or so, just because a little bit of panic. I wanted to make sure she was going to hit her goal, and you know, had to really dig in a little bit there, a little more than we wanted to today. But that's all right, we got it done. Stay safe out there, stay healthy, keep balancing that life 1 mile at a time. Catch you on the next one. This journey wasn't just about the miles. It was about the laughter, the sweat, and the shared determination that carried us through every step. Every moment spent together out there was a reminder of the strength we find in teamwork. We pushed each other, cheered each other on, and celebrated our victories, big and small, throughout the morning. As I reflect on the race, I'm filled with gratitude, not just for the finish line, but for the bonds we built along the way. Laughed through the tough miles, and embraced the joy of crossing that finish line together. This experience has reminded me that the journey is always better with friends by your side. Here's to more adventures, more miles, and more memories. If you ever thought you couldn't do it, remember, with the right people beside you, anything is possible. Let's keep pushing our limits.